Hey guys, how are you doing? Hey, I have to thank Martin. He got some Tethrd One Sticks. He bought some used ones. He bought 4 of them. I don't know what he paid for them, but he did buy 4 of them and said, hey, do you want to try them out? So I said, absolutely, I would love to. So I went and picked them up from his house. So I'm going to kind of just give you my first impression. I can't do a box opening on them, because he got them and he got them used and they've already done some alterations to them. First off, what I want to do is just weigh it. Now these have already been stealth stripped and they sprayed some foam inside. They've used some of the Great Stuff foam for the walls and windows because it is squishy, it's not really hard. But my guess is they did this. Number one, stealth stripping is one of the best things on the market for silencing your equipment. And then I've watched other people's reviews on these guys as far as the noise that they said they were making. In some of the videos you could definitely hear the noise, but I can't tell you that because I don't have a brand new pair. But what I want to do though is just kind of give my first impression of what I see here. And we're going to kind of do some of the stuff I've done in the past. We're going to weigh it. Now remember, this one is weighed with stealth stripping on it, and it's got spray foam inside the tube, and it goes all the way down to the bottom. And we'll just kind of see what they weigh if you're going to do that to yourself as far as stealth stripping them and putting spray foam in there. So we're going to turn this guy on, and we're going to see where it goes here. All right, it's going between 1 pound even and 1.1. It's bouncing. It must be right in that middle, but 1 pound, 1.1. So really light. If you guys haven't had these or tried these or felt them, they are freaking crazy how light they are. All right, so kind of let's go over these things from the top to the bottom. So you've got your step on the top. You can see what it looks like from this profile. And then this is the above profile. And if you see, this is held on by, it's a pin that's pushed through. You can see that pin inside the tube. And that pin goes all the way through to the other side. And you can see on the top of these sticks, on the steps themselves, they have these illumination things right here. So when you're going down the tree, you can see your steps, which is an awesome idea. Great job, Tether. Going down the stick, you've got this is called, I believe, what is it? Dynolite line. It's like an am steel. You can see when you push it together, separate strands. And it's supposed to hold 2,000 pounds, if I remember. It's still hard for me to get over my mind that this little rope will hold 2,000 pounds. So there's no worry about it breaking on you. Going down to the next part, this is a dyno lock, I believe they called it. Sorry if I don't remember all the exact terminology. I don't like writing down little cue notes below me, but you can see this right here is you're going to wrap it around the tree and then you're going to do your crisscross if you've seen somebody else do that. We're going to do that in another video where I try this out against my bee sticks. I got some bee stick minis to try out against these guys here. But this little thing is held on. It looks to me like a rivet right there, if you can see that. And sorry, I don't have my beautiful assistant here to videotape for me. But you can see right there, it looks like a rivet through there. That holds this onto place. So there is nothing to assemble on these guys, and there's no taking them apart. They do give you extra pins from what I understand. These pins right here on top and bottom are what you use to lock it into the other step. You can see it has a corresponding holes there. And I've watched people do this, and they've struggled quite a bit to get it in. They do have a little bit bigger cutout right there where those top pins are supposed to slide in. And from what I've seen when everybody else was doing them, they were trying to get the bottom pins as close as possible first like so. Get them right about where they need to be. And then just lift up slightly and get those top pins to fall into place. And you can see if you don't get it just right, you're not going to get them. So right there is just right, and it snaps right into place. So not too bad, but I can tell you if I was doing that in the dark, if I had a headlamp on, it might be a little easier, but might be a little tough at night. But we'll see. So we're going to take them apart here. And then as you go down, the step is the same at the bottom. Exact mirror of the top one. Like I said, I think you get 2 extra pins in case these were to break or something to that effect, that you would be able to replace those. So let's go step to step and see what the height is from the step to step here. So as we go from step, top of that step to the bottom of that step is about 17 and a quarter inches. If you can see that right there. So 17 and a quarter step to step. And then let's go from the complete step across. We're just going to go from outside. Well, let's go from the top of the step where you can put your boot to the other part of the step where you can put your boot is probably about 8 and a quarter inches. And that's from this right here to this right here. So about 8 and a quarter inches. All right, and then let's go stand off from the tree. So we're going to go from the step here, the top of the step here, all the way to the pin that sticks out the furthest, which is 3 and a quarter inches, if you can see that. 3 and a quarter inches. So from here to here, 3 and a quarter inches. So as far as if you've got that basketball-sized tree, you're probably going to be sitting on these right here, which is going to give you that full 3 and a quarter. If you go with a smaller tree, like I've done with my bee sticks, you may be you'll be less than that. Because if you went to that next tooth, if you were on a real small tree, because there are a couple trees, I use those for, especially when I'm hanging trail cams. But if I went from the step to there, you're about 3 inches hanging off. And we'll see what that looks like on my boots when we try it on the tree. Now, the question I have for anybody who has Tethrd One Sticks, what do you do with this rope? That is what I need to know when you're transporting. Unlike my bee sticks, you've got the standoff at the top, which comes down and it comes out like this, and you can wrap it around your standoffs. I don't know what you do with this rope. You can't do it down to a standoff, and I don't know if you might be able to go from step to step like this. I don't know. But that would be hanging out and would fall off that little step there. So let me know, guys, if you've got some tethered ones, what do you do with this rope? Because I can tell you, I don't want to carry a rope separately. Because when Martin gave me these, he had them all together like this, and then this rope was all the way around the sticks. And he had the rope on one and the one on the back. He didn't have them on the middle. I don't know if you're crawling up the tree, if you've got to carry the rope separately or what the deal is, but somebody let me know on that. One thing I did notice here, now this may be because these have been stealth stripped and you can't take this stuff apart, but you can see how that rope, that Dynalite rope, sticks above that plastic clip. So when you're going around the tree like this, then you've got to come back around and do your crisscross. I'm not sure how much space there's going to be there or what's going to be hanging over, but I'm going to try that out on the tree. This is, like I said, my first impression of these guys. I will tell you, I really like the design. Really nice looking sticks, super light. So if you are that person that wants to have, is always worried about the weight, these things are incredibly light. Like I said, a pound, and they're stealth stripped and got foam inside. Unbelievable. How much do these guys cost? I kind of remember it was kind of funny when I got my bee sticks. you know, somebody had made a couple comments, and I saw comments that, you know, 80 bucks, I think it was back then, 80, 85 bucks was crazy for a stick. These guys right here, if you buy a set of 3, they will run you 330 bucks, 110 bucks a stick. If you buy them separately, so like this set of 4, you would have bought the 3 for 330 bucks. Then you would have had to add a 4th one for 120 bucks. Sticks individually are 120 bucks a piece. That was when I looked at their website last, I believe, 120 bucks. So if you only wanted 2 sticks, you know, you're spending $240 for those guys. So really, I mean, a lot of engineering into these guys, and if somebody's willing to pay it, they should charge it. So we're gonna check these against my, like I said, I got some Beast Minis. We're gonna try those against the Beast Minis and see how they compare. I'm gonna play around a lot more with this little crisscrossing thing and how this hangs onto the tree. But look forward to that video coming up, guys. I got a couple more videos coming out. I know some guys have been asking. They went back and they were looking at my video with where I sprayed the bed liner on my boots. How is that holding up? I'll show you that. But guys, these are some really nice sticks. Tethrd, beautiful design. You don't put anything together, like I said. Everything comes out of the box, I believe, just like this, even though I didn't do a box opening, because everything's push pins here and riveted here. Nothing to put together. So means nothing to take apart. All right, guys, I will see you later. You have an awesome day, and get ready for some more videos coming out. Some people have been asking me what I use to carry my binoculars in, what case I like the best. Got quite a few, and I don't know what my thought process was when I bought a couple of them, but I'll go over that with you guys. So you guys have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.